We're good.
Okay. Hey, my name is Becky Webb, and I just want to welcome you to our webinar on realizing your dreams with essential oils. I'm here with Kate Doubler. Say hi, Kate.
Hi.
I am a Young Living Diamond and leader of the Revolution Oils team. You can go to revolutionoils.com to check out our whole team. But Kate and I are here today just to tell you a little bit about our stories about how we got started with Young Living, with our essential oil businesses, and just a little bit about what it's done with our family. A lot of times in Young Living, we talk about the products because the products are completely amazing, and people have the most amazing wellness lifestyles, maintaining their healthy lifestyles with Young Living products. But today we're going to talk a little bit about the business side of it, because I know so many people are so interested in how to get your business going and how to make a little bit extra money from home, how to, I mean, right now as we're recording, it's September, right? It's still September. Yeah. And it's getting close to Christmas time. And so a lot of people are wondering how they can get a little bit of extra money for Christmas time. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my story. Like I said, I'm a diamond. I've been with Young Living. I purchased a premium starter kit in April of 2013. And I started using essential oils when I was going through training to be a nutritional therapy practitioner. One of my classmates made a comment to me in the class and said, yeah, I have this friend that's using essential oils, and she's just seen these amazing results just maintaining her health and maintaining a healthy endocrine system and just keeping her body healthy. And she was telling me all about it, and I thought, that is a tool that I need in my toolbox. So I purchased my premium starter kit then, but I didn't start the business with Young Living until later that year. It was almost the end of 2013 when I started my business with Young Living. And then I roped Kate into it shortly after that. And here we are.
We are.
So it's been this completely amazing journey. How did you get started, Kate? You want to talk about how you got started?
Yeah, well, I had a blog, and Becky and I knew each other through bloggers networks, and she started kind of being a little fly in my ear. I had been using oils for years, buying them at my co-op. Like, I would shop around for the cheapest price or on Amazon, or I'd buy them at my co-op, and usually it was just things like lavender, peppermint, kind of some of the standard ones. I just always had them in our home. And then Becky talked me into actually including it as a business with my blog to make some extra money. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do network marketing. I don't want to do MLM. I'm not a salesperson. And she's like, just get the premium starter kit and put up a landing page on your blog and see where it goes. And it's amazing. People love oils. Everyone wants to live a good lifestyle and feel good and be well. And so they just support all their body systems. And it's amazing how well you can feel. And so I'm totally addicted. I have so many oils, I don't even know what to do with them. I mean, I have oils that I haven't even opened yet that I'm like, oh, I didn't even realize I had this because I stuck it in my bag. So I have a whole pile sitting right here. But yeah, I love it. And I never in my wildest dreams imagined that it would be enough income for me to reach goals that my husband and I had set for our family, that it was like a 10-year goal, that we have achieved within a year of starting the business. So it's been absolutely amazing. And it's so much fun because it's something I'm truly passionate about too. It's not like I'm out there selling, I don't know, Tupperware or something, It's something I personally use every single day. And so it's so easy to just talk to people about it and get people excited. And I mean, they get oils for themselves and they're hooked, and it takes care of itself. So
totally. Yeah. So with my business, I wasn't going to do the business at first. And I didn't even realize when I signed up for that kit, how I didn't have a blog at the time. I'd blogged in the past and had kind of been a former blogger at the time, and then I got the itch to blog again. So I blog at Rooted Blessings now, but I didn't have a blog for a while. So when I signed up, I did not sign up with that intention. I didn't sign up to, work it as a business at all. And actually, I told Myra, my sponsor, like, I'm not going to do this as a business. I'm just going to use the products, you know, and see how they work for our own family. And she was like, oh, that's cool. So it took me a while to get into the business part. So after I got started seeing the business potential, I did start a blog again, started having people sign up, started getting really excited about the product myself, and started sharing it with my friends, some other bloggers, some local friends, and things like that. And I saw the potential of income. Oh, here's my phone ringing.
I know. I looked up, my baby was eating garbage, so I had to go into the
So I saw the income potential for my family. And at the time, my husband was working for a nonprofit, and he was traveling more than 70 days a year. Now, I am a mom with, at the time, still three little children, but three very little children at the time. Now my son's about to turn 7 this week, and my daughter's 5, and I have another daughter that's 3. But at the time, my husband was leaving all the time. He was never home. And I'm not even kidding you, like crazy, because like he was never home. I had these 3 little kids. I'm frustrated. I'm tired. I have no family to help me where I live. I just felt like this insane mom that didn't really have a purpose and didn't really have a direction. And there was things in my life, obviously, that I loved about teaching health and wellness and talking about it and reading about it and learning about it. And I'd always wanted my own business, but I never, I felt so crazy that I didn't really know, how I could make this work on my timetable, when I'm already like insanely crazy busy and frustrated and tired. And, to be totally honest, like I got upset with my kids a lot, and I was just like this really frustrated mom. I was in this place of being frustrated. And so I saw my Young Living business start to develop, and I saw the potential to work from home, and I saw the potential to do something I love. And not only that, these products that if you have, your good friend Susie Q that's over here that has absolutely, doesn't seem like she has any kind of desire for natural living, I found that these essential oils were kind of a foot in the door to show people how awesome natural living could be. And so it was a product for literally for every mom, and every dad and whoever, grandma, granddad, everybody. It's literally a product for everybody, and a product that everybody can be excited about. And that's what kind of got me to jump on board and start going full steam ahead with my business. And then I started reaching these milestones. Once I reached these goals, reaching silver, reaching gold, reaching platinum, and then reaching diamond. And then I started seeing my leadership skills develop. And I mentioned my husband worked for a nonprofit. And so he, we didn't make much money. Like I was telling Kate earlier that we would put away like $100 a month in savings, and we're Dave Ramsey fans. We want to be debt free. We want to, we want to stay out of debt. We want to have paid for cars. We would love to have a paid for house someday, those kind of things. And so when you're putting $100 away a month and you're already stretching to make ends meet, it's like, is this ever going to happen? And so now we've seen these awesome things come to pass financially, not only because of the amazing income potential with Young Living, but because it's something I love to do.
Well, and it's so, sorry, I'm not trying to interrupt.
No, it's your turn. Go ahead.
Well, like when I started my blog, I was telling Becky this earlier, like I had this financial goal where I wanted to make like at least half of what I was making as a nurse. Because when I had my first 2 kids, when I went back to work, I was doing doubles. It's 16-hour shift, well actually 17-hour shift, because I wanted to be home with my kids as much as possible. So I did like 2 shifts in one. So then I only had to actually physically go to the hospital twice a week. And then I was home with them 5 days a week. But I mean, I was an absolute zombie. Those shifts, and I was in the float pool. So sometimes I could go 4, 6 different nurses stations, different places. Sometimes I was the house circulator, meaning I was circulating this giant hospital for 17 hours. You put on so many miles. So I was exhausted, and I was like Becky, like I would get angry at my kids because I was so tired and I was so crabby, and I just kind of felt like I was losing all passion for my job because it was just taking everything I had out of me. And I was stressed and I was tired and I was exhausted. And all I wanted in my life was to be able to be home with my babies and like be looking up fun things on Pinterest and doing crafts and going for walks with these beautiful trails, going out on the trails. And I just wanted to do all these things to, you know, really nurture them when they're little. And I mean, my daughter started kindergarten this week and my second oldest started preschool this week, and they're gone right now. I just have my baby home. I feel like I've had my heart ripped out of my chest, but I want to be home with them and do as much as I can with them. And when I started my Young Living business, my blog was making enough where I was able to cut back in hours. After a while, I was able to actually just go down to 12-hour shifts and make enough money to balance that out. But then once I got the Young Living business going, that just took care of it. I was able to drop down to casual. Now I like barely ever work, which is wonderful. I mean, not that I don't enjoy being a nurse. It's just that in this phase of my life, my job as mom, I want to be here with my kids all the time as much as possible. Like my daughter today, or yesterday, she said, "Mommy, I'm going to be home all day today so you don't have to cry today." It's like, because I just like, I miss them when they're gone and I hate being away from them. And when I worked my double shifts, I mean, I was pumping. Sometimes I didn't get any breaks. The only breaks I got were to go pump, and I'm bringing home these big bags of milk for my baby who was at a daycare. And I just thought, this is not what I imagined motherhood to be. I want to be home with my kids. So Young Living is that was kind of the straw that financially brought us to the point where I'm able to be home with my kids now. And I mean, there's nothing, I know I'll look back on this and be like, I'm so glad I had this time. They're growing so fast already. I look back at the memories, and I mean, when my daughter learned how to crawl, I was at work. My husband sent me a little video of it, and it broke my heart. I thought, oh my gosh, I wasn't there for that. And I don't want to miss anything now. Maybe I'll go back to work at the hospital a little bit more once they're all in full-time school. Who knows? But I don't have to right now. And that's the beauty of it all. It's just amazing. I never imagined. Never. If someone told me 5 years ago, you're going to have a blog and a Young Living business and you're going to be home with your kids, I would have told them they were completely crazy. You know? You never know where life's going to take you. But it's my oils that allowed me to do this. And Becky, I mean, she's just crushing it. I can't wait to get to your point.
Oh, you're going to do it. You're going to get there for sure.
I mean, like our goal, like just to bring one of our goals out there is that we wanted to get an RV because we're a very active family. We never send our kids to the babysitter, very rarely. I mean, when we go out on date nights, it's like the kids are with. We take them everywhere with us, and we're super active. So one of our goals was to get an RV because we wanted to be able to go traveling and go be outside and make it easier when we stay at our family's house, so we're not in the house with 3 kids up at 6, you know, waiting for everybody else to wake up, where we're trying to keep them quiet. And we actually were able to buy our RV. I mean, it's a used one. It's not the big fancy, but we bought it this spring, and we've been gone every weekend this summer except for 2 weekends.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. And I mean,
it's come see us.
Yeah, I know. I want to. We haven't been like camping every single weekend, but I mean, like we had a wedding and we had a graduation party and we had stuff like that, and we just drove our RV up and we're like, would you mind if we just park in your driveway? That way we're not like in your hair the whole time. And it worked out so great. And so that, I mean, the kids, oh my gosh, like this weekend, my husband's like, think of this summer that we just had with the kids. I'm like, I know. We didn't have any of that kind of fun when I was a kid. We had an old tent, and they're very lucky. They're very lucky. I mean, my husband was built my son a ramp for his birthday, a little car ramp, and it's just some plywood. He goes, this was my pinnacle of a toy when I was a kid, was this little plywood track. And I mean, our kids just, they have it made.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I want to bring this picture up because my husband actually just sent this to me today. If I can get my little screen share thing to work. Something popped up and then it went away. Yeah,
it's being a little quirky.
Yeah, it's not screen sharing now. Maybe if I move it back to you and then move it back to me. It's like something kind of popped up. Well, man, maybe it's not going to share my picture. Oh, there it is. It's like hiding behind my, okay. There it is. Okay. Can you see that? So this is my husband and my son and my daughter. And you know, a year ago, today is September, a year ago, August, he left his job and came home to work with me and write a book, which has been a dream that he's always had. And today, actually, he's took my two kids on a field trip with their school. And so, I mean, I just think that's so awesome because he never would have probably been able to do that before with his former job. But now he's home with our, you know, with our kids and can take them on a field trip, which is totally awesome.
Yes.
And so I thought that was really cool when he sent me that today, that he got to take them. And, you know, it's like Kate and I were talking about earlier, like your kids, they grow up so fast. And it's like they're born and then you blink and they're like 5 and then they're like 10, you know, and it goes so fast. And, you know, it's hard. I mean, you have to make money to live, you know, I know all of you know that. And so it's just awesome to be able to use this business as a chance to stay at home with your kids. I mean, it's totally like a dream been realized for us. Like we were getting so frustrated with him traveling so often too, that it's just been amazing to have him home, you know, all the time and spending time with our kids. And we send our kids to this like private school, homeschool hybrid. So they're homeschooled some days and they go to the private school a few days a week. And so he can help homeschool the kids. And that's just been like a total bonus. It's been really, really awesome. And so that's the thing too. Like if your husband loves his job and he wants to stay, of course, like you could do that too. Like it works for everyone. You can have that little extra money for Christmas. You can make it a full-time business and you can work really hard. You can, you know, make enough money to pay off your house or buy the RV or whatever. Or, you know, you can make that extra money for Christmas. And I mean, we have so many resources for people that are all over the grid on how they want to grow their business, that it can work for you and it can work for, you know, it can work for you just like it's worked for us. Like, I don't think I'm anything special that we've been blessed so much with this business. It has grown me and stretched me to be this, to learn how to be a great leader, I feel like, and I'm always learning and growing and haven't arrived by any means. But so it's grown me and stretched me and challenged me, but anybody can do it. Like you can do it, you know, the mom down the street can do it. Like I really feel like anybody can do it if they're willing to say, okay, I'm going to do this and I'm going to try it and I'm going to put my mind to it and I'm going to do it. And you can do it, you know, anybody can do it.
Well, and like the nice thing about it too is that like when you have a lot of kids, you never know what your day is going to be like. You know, you can have everything planned out,
yeah,
list, all the stuff you're going to do, and then the world implodes and you get nothing done. And that's the beauty of this. Like tell my husband, like my husband has a job where he can work from home sometimes during the week. If he clusters his meetings downtown together, he can be home. And I'll be like, okay, today I just have to go down in the basement with the computer and get some work done. Can you help me with the kids? And I can focus and do that. And then if the next day I don't get anything done, it's okay. Like we don't have deadlines. We don't have, you know, things. I mean, you have your own personal deadlines that you set for yourself, but if you don't reach those goals in the timely fashion that you had tonight, it doesn't matter. You know, it's your own business. You grow it at the pace that you want to grow it at. And if life happens, it's not a big deal. You don't have to call in sick, you know?
Yeah, that's the awesome part too. Yeah, so I mean, we all have our, you know, obviously our goals and dreams and all that stuff. And then there's that stuff that like we'd really like to do that, you know, we think maybe we could do sometime. And sometimes, you know, but maybe we thought, well, maybe I could spend the money on that. Maybe I couldn't. Recently too, I think it's such a gift as well to work with people. Like, I mean, like that Kate and I get to work together all the time. Or that I have these other business builders that are on my team that I feel like I can work with, like, and get to know them so well and enjoy time with them. Like, I'm so excited because Kate and I are going to a conference in November. And I'm like so pumped that I get to go hang out with her again. And we got to go hang out at Silver Retreat when was that? June or something?
Yeah.
And then the other day I got to take a local business builder of mine to a local spa. This is from my Instagram account, but we went to this amazing spa and got to talk business there, and just got to enjoy each other. And it was a kind of a gift for her for reaching a milestone, reaching a rank that I had challenged a bunch of my local builders that if they hit a certain rank, then I would, by a certain time, I would take them to the spa. So Katie and I got to go, and it was super awesome. And so that was our trip to the spa the other day. And like, I'd heard about this spa, but I never thought I'd really get to go. And so it was so awesome. And it was so fun to do it with a friend too, a dear friend.
Well, that's the thing. Because like when you have a blog and you're online, like your world opens up to this whole, like we're part of some communities together and stuff. I mean, like some of my closest friends that I talk to every day, some of them I haven't even met and I've known for years. And they're from all over the country. Some are from like other countries, you know, like you invite your friends to join your business and they're your friends. So, I mean, like essentially all of your coworkers are like people that you want to hang out with. You know, you don't have like the annoying people that you have to work with because they work at the same office as you. It's like our Revolution Oils team. I mean, we're all friends. There's nobody that I'm like, oh, she's here today. Oh, you know?
Yeah. Well, and I love it because our group is extremely positive. It's extremely upbeat. I mean, we just don't tolerate the down talking and negativity. I mean, nobody needs that. And you definitely don't need that in a business. And you don't need that if you're going to succeed. And so I feel like our group is so awesome. Like everybody, even, I don't feel like I have to like regulate anything. Like people like are really upbeat and encouraging and positive.
And super motivated. Like everyone's just like, let's do this. Like all the class ideas and all the stuff that people are coming up with where they post pictures of like tables that they have set up at different events and stuff. I'm like, dang, like that's really nice. I've never done anything like that before. And it's just so cool because we all learn from each other. Like our community's grown so much. I just can't believe it that like someone will say, hey, I want to do a class. Has anybody done a class? Or, you know, like at an event, has anybody done this? And then like, you know, 15 people post pictures and it's like, it's done. You know, they know exactly what they're going to do. And like we have the resources for classes. We have slides, we have scripts, we have all that stuff. So if somebody's like, well, I want to teach a class, but I don't know what to say. It's like, here you go. Here's your script and your slides. Take that and bring it to a class. Or like maybe they live in a very remote area and they can't even find 10 people to get to come to a class. Then Facebook, you reach out to your friends on Facebook and you do a Facebook class and you just post slides up on there. I mean, like there's so many ways. Like I'm an introvert. Like I like being home. I like being with my babies and just kind of staying in my little cave. And I've taught a couple classes out in my community and they were a blast, but it totally wipes me out. I mean, if you're an introvert and you go into social situations, when you're done, it drains you. You're just so tired. So I thrive more when I can be online and behind my computer and like helping my team and making graphics and doing stuff like that. So it's so unique. There's no protocol. There's no way that you have to build your business. You just take like the pearls that we have and all the information and all the stuff we have available for our team and you just grow it however you want to grow it. And some people love doing classes. Like one of my legs, I mean, she is just crushing it. She goes out and does all these classes. She loves it and she does so great with it. And she's growing like crazy. And she's a nurse too. And I'm hoping to get her out of the hospital because she works in the NICU and that's intense, you know, sick babies.
Oh yeah, that's draining.
Yeah. So that's another thing. Like I love supporting her. She's my friend and I want to get like, I can't wait till she's like, I'm going to quit my job or I'm going to go casual. And that to me, that is so exciting to me because I'm changing her life. Not, you know, she's obviously doing the work, but I'm helping her. So.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Just like you did for me because you're an amazing, I mean, God, Becky, you've helped me so much. It's been great. So that's the way our team is. Like, I've heard, you know, other teams out there aren't as supportive with their members, but our team, I'm so glad I joined this team because we just have such an upbeat group of women and getting to meet you guys at Silver Retreat this summer. I mean, you are who you were online. It's like, you guys are just fantastic. And I wish we could have been there for like a month, you know, but
yeah, that was awesome.
So much fun.
All right. Well, I don't know. I guess that's kind of all we wanted to talk about today, right?
Yeah. Oh, actually, let me see. I had a couple questions. I posted it to my Essential Oils group.
Okay. I did want to show the, oh, and I did want to show the income disclosure just for a little bit of an idea of.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people have questions about is like, well, we talk about, making enough to get out of work.
Right. How much can you make? That's the question. A lot of people want to know, like, okay, that sounds so awesome, but how much can you really make? And why isn't the screen share thing? Okay, here it is, showing up again.
Going back, like when we first got started, Becky, I remember you posting a picture of your paycheck, and you're like, I want this for all of you guys, and I was like, wow, like that is so much money. I hope to make that someday. And like looking back, it wasn't even that much. I had no idea what you could actually make. I think it was like $700 or something. And I thought that was like just a huge amount of money.
I know. Well, I did too, because I've made so money blogging, but like, I mean, I've, here and there, but I didn't, like at the time too, I'd started a new blog and hadn't really made much money blogging. And I was like, and it's so, blogging is such hard, I mean, Young Living can be hard work too, but blogging is such hard work.
Yeah. And
crazy to establish everything, that this was just, it was a little different. So here's the income disclosure. Don't really look at the average hours worked per week, because I don't know, I really honestly don't know how accurate that is. But no. I am going to tell you right now that the more hours you spend, the faster your business will grow. But at the same time, you don't have to grow your business that fast. I mean, you can literally have financial goals for you and your family. You can have goals to reach a certain amount of money for Christmas, and you can reach them.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't necessarily think that, I don't feel like the average hours worked per week really, I wouldn't pay attention to that part.
Well, I think too, it's like not necessarily working harder, working smarter. Like if you have people that are like really great, like say you have a friend who you just know she's really good at marketing, or like she's really organized at home. She's always doing everything on Pinterest, and her house is spotless and everything's organized, and she's got spreadsheets and calendars. And like you see someone like that and you're like, oh my gosh, I bet you she would just rock it, and then you get her signed up and she does. And so, I mean, you are as strong as your members are too. So if you have really good members underneath you, you can grow a lot faster. It just kind of depends on who you approach and how you do it. And if you get really good people underneath you, your business is going to grow even faster, and it's going to be less work for you. So.
Right. Yeah, totally. So yeah, Kate's a gold, and then I'm a diamond. So you can kind of get a little bit of an idea, maybe, about what we can make as far as average income as you're looking at those ranks. And yeah, that's the thing, is if you have good friends, that's the awesome thing about this business too. If you have good friends, a lot of times, we attract people that are good friends with us that are kind of like us, I mean, Kate and I, we love health and wellness. We're just very crunchy minded. And so we totally connect on that level. And then we have a whole bunch of other bloggers that we connect with that I'd love to just I wish we all lived together, because I'd love to hang out with everybody.
We talk about starting a commune all the time. I seriously want to do it.
Yeah. So, I mean, the thing is no matter what your passion is, the thing is that if this makes you excited, you have friends that you can say, hey, why don't you come and do this with me? You know what I'm saying? Like, that is probably the best way to get started with Young Living, and just encourage friends and have the same goals in mind, be excited about the same things. You can teach classes together. I mean, what a cooler business than that, to get started with Young Living and then sign up with each other. I mean, and the thing is, even if you have a friend in there that's maybe already signed up somewhere else, you could always just teach cross-line classes too. I mean, that's the great thing about this business, is that people in your area, even if they're on different teams, I feel like people can work together really well in the same area too. So, and
the fun thing is that this isn't, like I said, this isn't like Tupperware, a lot of people ask me, well, how did you, when I became pregnant with my first child, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have all the toxins out of my house. I have to, they can't, everything has to be organic, blah, blah, blah. So one of the ways I started doing that was making my own cleaners, making my own stuff, cleaning dishes with different things, and making my own laundry detergent, and oils were a huge player in that, because I could use those to help make those products even better. And now, after this year's convention, Young Living came out with dish soap and laundry detergent and all these amazing things, and they don't have those horrible chemical toxins that are in the stuff that you buy, when you walk down the cleaning supply aisle, like I did at Target yesterday. And I was with my baby, and I just like booked it because I'm like, the smell, that chemical smell when you're away from it for a long time and you don't have it in your house anymore, it is overpowering. Like, it gives you like an instant headache. So how many times have I had that conversation with my friends? They're like, well, how do you make your own stuff, and how do you do this? And it's like, well, here's my recipe, or buy the thieves cleaner. I was just upstairs. I'm cleaning all of our bath toys today, and I have vinegar and thieves cleaner in there to just soak it and really get them good and clean. And so, I mean, what mom doesn't want to have a better home that doesn't have a lot of chemicals in it, that support, and it actually, like, I'm a big candle person. I love, like, especially this time of year, it's autumn right now. I love those fall candles. And I have, all these different scents that I can put in my diffuser that make my home smell amazing and like fall. And it's actually has benefits, to support your body systems and stuff. And it's not full of those toxic chemicals. And I actually have a post on my blog about what is in candles. I mean, it's some scary stuff, and it's releasing into your environment. Your kids are breathing it in. So it's so easy to talk to other moms and be like, here's the deal, this stuff is awesome, and it's good for you,
Yeah, totally. So I was going to bring up our team website real quick so everybody can see it. Maybe.
There we are.
Oh, here it is. Okay. So this is revolutionoils.com. If you click on Meet Us, you can find Kate and I both, on the team page. You can always click through to our blogs. Then we have a blog, which we're working on getting some more content on that. And then we have available for our members a Facebook group that has tons of resources in it. And then we're working on some other projects. We also have, intro business builders class that I put together that my team members can send to anybody on their team. We've done webinars, Facebook classes, and they're all, everybody has access to that kind of stuff too. So there's tons of resources to get started, and our website is available to. It's also available to get members who want like their own landing page that might not have a website, or to link to some of the blogs and landing pages from some of our existing members.
Yeah, I actually, I have a couple questions I just put up to my Facebook group, like I said earlier. And a lot of the questions, like one of them is tips and suggestions when running to Silver and Six. How do you approach gyms and bloggers? How do you support your downline? 3 top tips for growing a downline as a complete newbie. Now all those questions, those are all the stuff. Sorry, I have a baby, I have to pick him up. These were all questions that I had too, and that's the nice thing, because when we started, we tried to make it easy for our members, so we answer all those questions in our group. We have all the resources that you need to build your downline and how to support them and everything. So we have all that stuff in our group, and that's the nice thing, and we all support each other. And one other question. How to develop a cold market plan before your warm market runs out. And my answer to that is that I just think that there's always a warm market for essential oils, because I mean, everyone is human, and everyone just wants to be well and feel good about the stuff that they're using in their home with their kids. I mean, Young Living isn't just oils. They have a whole supplement line. I mean, they have Ningxia Red. That's something we drink every morning. My kids absolutely love it. Everybody loves it. So I mean, I think there's always a warm market, because I think everybody wants to be well, and I think everybody wants to support their wellness. So that's my answer to that question.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. I mean, if you send your kids to preschool, if you have any kind of community with children around, I mean, that is a warm market. If you have, I mean, it's just like if you're a person, kind of.
Like if you're a human being.
Yeah, if you're a human being. I mean, I know you maybe need to still develop relationships with those people, and that's important. But what I'm saying is that there's nobody that doesn't really not need these products. And the difference between Young Living and other essential oils that you're going to find on the market, if you don't already know, is that Young Living owns many of its own farms, and it has a seed to seal guarantee, which means that they follow the process everywhere from that seed through the cultivating, through the farming, up to that seal. And they take very deep and great pride in bringing you the very best essential oils on the market, when in a market where essential oils are so popular that if you don't do those things, you're going to get stuff that's kind of yucky. I'm just telling you right now, and the way you can tell is by starting to use, I can tell you until I'm blue in the face how awesome these oils are, but until you start to use them, and if you want to compare them to other oils, you can tell the world the difference. Trust me, I still have old oils sitting downstairs that are like the cheap oils, the cheaper oils, and they have like sticky residues on them, and they don't smell anything like a plant, like my Young Living oils do. And so that's the thing. It's like, first of all, your oils should never get sticky, and second of all, like they come from a plant. They're low steam, low pressure, distilled from a plant, and so they need to smell like a plant. And so these are the best oils on the market, and joining Young Living will be the best choice that you ever make.
Yeah, Becky and I went to the fields when we were at Silver Retreat. It's pristine. Like, I could compare it. I've never been to Michael Jackson's Neverland, but that's like what I was thinking the whole time we were there. I'm like, this feels like a fairy tale land. Everything was just so clean. It smelled amazing in the distillery. And then we went out in the Lavender Fields, and they were just beautiful. And there was weeds. There was weeds there because they don't use pesticides, and they don't use that junk. They actually use old batches of oils that didn't meet their standards to control pests in the field. So, I just think that's just awesome. So it was such an experience. Just going there just made me feel even better about the quality of oils that we're using, and they're just super fantastic. He likes lavender too.
That's lavender. So yeah, visit us at revolutionoils.com. Visit Kate at realfoodrn.com. You can visit me at rootedblessings.com. And yeah, we'd love to have you as part of our team, and we'd love to, if you're excited about this and you want to go get it and you want to do this and you want to make a goal and reach it, we're going to be your cheerleaders, and we're going to totally cheer you on. And we want to see you. I get just as passionate as I do of empowering people to be healthy as I do to reach these goals, because you know what? If you don't have to worry about money as much, if you can if you can go on a vacation once in a while, think about how much your stress level comes down. And there's so much to do with just sickness and that people being unhealthy that has to do with their stress level. You can take everything out of the equation. Just talk about stress for a minute, just in general, and just having, being able to enjoy these things with a business that people are cheering you on. You're in a positive environment. There's resources for you. And that you can start seeing yourself succeed and see you reach some of those goals that you didn't even know you could reach. Then you're gonna be successful, and we're gonna be the first people that are gonna cheer you on. And we're excited for you. So thanks so much for watching us.
That's the fun thing. I just want to add in one little thing. Like, in our Revolution, we have a couple Facebook groups where we support each other and talk business and stuff. And like, I love that, because I feel like in the morning when I get up and turn on my computer, like, I'm like, hey guys, like, you're with all your friends, but you don't have to leave your kitchen or your living room or your couch or your basement. Like, I'm in my husband's man room right now, and I have my kid here, and like, you're just hanging out with your friends and talking business and building your business, and everyone's getting inspired together. And I'm so thankful every day. Every night I thank God that, it's just amazing. I'm so happy to be doing this. And Becky, thanks for making me do it.
I'm glad that you did it.
All right, so I guess signing off, yes, check us out at rootedblessings.com and realfoodrn.com, and Revolution Oils is our team. We would love to have you on there, and I'll see you online.